Hello, brethren in the Lord. This is your brother, Leji Pascal Segbefia, a bearer of the Lord's message. Upon meditating on the scriptures and searching into the word of truth, I have arrived at an unshakable and an unchangeable conviction, or better say conclusion, of the fact that the law and grace can never run parallel. You are either observing the law, which means that you believe you can attain your own righteousness through the law or by satisfying the requirements of the law, or you are a product of grace, which means that you believe that all those requirements of the law were satisfied on the cross by Jesus, or by Jesus going to the cross. All those requirements were satisfied and imputed to you, and you only attain your righteousness by faith in Christ Jesus, which is pure grace, nothing that you have worked for. I will be expatiating on this in my subsequent posts, but this is where I want to draw attention to. And before I come up with those other posts, I want to also drop a hint, or I want to make a point that the 4 gospel books, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, are not New Testament books. I know some people will contest this, but although they are categorized as such, they are not New Testament books. The events in those books were the events that ushered us into the New Testament, the prelude into the New Testament. So the events that happened there happened under the law. Jesus was born under the law. He satisfied the law, the requirements of the law, as when he was born, purification rites and all those things were performed for him or his mother. So, as a matter of fact, those books, although are categorized as New Testament books, the events that happened in those books until Jesus went to the cross were happening under the law. I'm saying this because when we begin to delve into the details of what has led into my conviction or my stance, I know people will be referring a lot to things that, or the events that happened, or some of the stuff that were recorded or are recorded in those books. And I just want to make it clear that the times of those events were under the law. And at that time, the law was still in full force and it must be fulfilled. So Jesus going to the cross has fulfilled the law for us. You see, so grace is a product of love. John 3:16. Great, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. So he gave his son out of love for us, which granted us grace to be able to approach him the way we do. I will be listing a lot of things that if we were still under the law, we couldn't have done. We are not permissible. So I don't see why we should be deceiving ourselves that we are still under the law when we are doing those things. We do those things that the law do not permit or does not permit. So we'll be going there. I'll be having time to expatiate on this, my conviction, and I believe a lot of you with open minds and open hearts will understand me. I've been meditating on this stuff because of the confusion in Christianity. There's something we say in Ewe, Kosevide Bovide. It's what we've been doing and we call it Christianity. To be a disciple of Christ, you have nothing to do with the old covenant or the law. They only teach you the law, or those requirements of the law only teach you what would have been required of you but have been done for you, for which you should be appreciative. That's my belief. So Uh, it's a bit late. We'll be diving into that in due course. Thank you for spending time with me and granting me your listening ears. May God bless us all. Mutifa Fahanami. Akbar.